Hello everybody, this is DKG's Avos. This is take 3 on this particular battle. Take number 3. It's against KingWilly. This is the WonderTrade team, as you can tell, because it doesn't make sense, and I don't even know what we're doing anymore. So we've got Ninetales coming out. It's going to throw out the Drought. That way, he knows, hey, it is actually Ninetales. There's Drought coming out. We are going to go for Hidden Power. It's Hidden Power Bug because it's Psychic Pokemon coming out. It does have Prankster, so it would be able to get out whatever it wanted on the first shot, but we're going to try and threaten it out with Hidden Power Bug. Also the fact that we've got the Sun up. He's going to go over to his Hippopotas and make sure that, hey, Sandstorm kicks up. So if we were going for something silly like Solar Beam, then our 2-turn move would turn into a 2-turn move, instead of being a single-turn move with the Harsh Sunlight. So, he's got lefties on there. I have to get out of here because there's no way that I'm going to stay in. Now, a little bit of a mistake that I made on the first take of this is that I went into Doublade. The first things that came to mind were, hey, he's got Crunch, hey, he's got Earthquake, Doublade's got a really high defense, he should be able to take a shot and return fire. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking about the fact that the two moves that he was probably going for were going to be, you know, Earthquake and Crunch. Because it's Ninetales, so Earthquake's going to do a lot of damage. It was a little bit of short sight on my part, so after that I switched directly into Gyarados. Gyarados will be able to threaten Hippopotas out of here. So it's a little misstep on Doublade, but he is Eviolite, so Eviolite and defensive on top of that. So it is nice that I kind of recoiled, rallied myself a little bit, because I don't think Doublade's really going to outspeed anything. It's got like 32 base speed, and seeing how much damage that did, there's no reason to keep Doublade out. Now, people might ask, wait, why did you go with Doublade instead of Aegislash? And the reason is that Eviolite is awesome. It just is. That's the only reason I can give you. I really like Doublade. I'd rather have Doublade over Aegislash because I feel like Aegislash is just a little overused. I'm not a big fan of how he's being used either. So until people start figuring out how to use Aegislash in an interesting way, I'm not going to probably not going to use him. Now, with that, I've got Gyarados coming out here. I'm forcing the switch, and I'm making a little bit of a risky decision here, going for the Mega Evolution on Gyarados, because I feel like I'm going to force a switch. Because I'm going to force a switch, I know that I'm safe to go for Mega Gyarados, not take damage from Earthquake. And the other thing that it's going to do is because I was not going to take damage to Earthquake, if he's assuming that I'm going to go for the Mega Evolution and go for Earthquake, cool beans, neato, but he's probably going to go for something like Crunch instead, and that's why I was able to safely go for the Mega Evolution. So if he was going for Crunch, it was going to do some decent damage to Gyarados, but Mega Gyarados, not so much. He switches into Tangrowth. Tangrowth is defensive bulky on top of everything else. And now we can go into Ninetales pretty safely, get rid of the sand up here, and try and do something. One thing I do want to note is that the difference between Mega Gyarados male and female is the color of those little whiskers that come out. Male is blue and female is red, if I remember correctly. I might have that backwards, but he's going to go for Infestation, just trying to get some extra damage on a water Pokemon. Yes, I do have Ice Fang in there, but you know what? Seeing how much damage Rocky Helmet's going to do in the end of it, I'm not going to stick around. Now at this point, I'm kind of thinking that there's going to be a switch because nobody's really going to want to keep a Tangrowth, a defensive bulky Pokemon, against a special attacking Pokemon, especially with Sunny Day out. I really wouldn't want to imagine it. So I went for Extra Sensory, assuming that something else was going to come in, trying to do some neutral damage to whatever came in. It happens to be Kecleon, which is unfortunate for me, but you know what? I'm going to send out my normal type Pokemon as well. I know, just through some discussions that I've had with KingWilly, that this Kecleon is Protean. The reason that I know it's Protean is because we had discussions about building it. I realized that Protean was available on 2 different Pokemon. One is Kecleon, and one is Greninja. I really thought that having a Protean Kecleon would be pretty cool, and I guess he thought so too. So what I'm going to try and do here, not knowing exactly what he's got going on this Kecleon, I'm going to try and throw a Yawn out, hope that I can survive enough turns to force it to sleep or switch out, something like that. He's going to go for Thief, steal my lefties, which kind of sucks and makes his Pokemon a lot more bulky. I'm a little disappointed in that, but here's the nice thing. He's kind of... that Protean ability means that he's probably not going to stay in. So I'm fairly certain that with that switch, you don't want to... even though he's going to take out Bibarel and have a Pokemon asleep, he's basically trading a Protean Kecleon for a Bibarel. Nobody really wants to do that. So, what I ended up doing, going for the Yawn 2 turns in a row, seemed a little weird, but it was what it was. So at this point, I've yawned out a pretty bulky Pokemon, and he's going to go ahead and switch that one out as well. And now it looks like he's going to try and get some sand damage here on our poor little Bibarel. It's a little disappointing, but you know what? Sandstream's going to kick up, and it's really going to force Bibarel out of here eventually. Either that or I'm just going to sacrifice him. Really what I want to do, Bibarel is already really low on HP. I can switch something in, but I don't really want to, especially now. It's just not a great choice, so what I'm going to try and do is go for Yawn, hope that I outspeed something, or something switches in. Something like that. So, now I've got Yawn coming out again. Eventually I'm going to lose Bibarel, though, so he's going to be able to switch around on basically everything. And Bibarel's got 2-3 turns left at most. I'm going to be able to use Super Fang on everything that switches in, that's about it, but Stoutland being so much faster than Bibarel, he's just going to get rid of Bibarel pretty well. Reversal, and Stoutland is deceptively fast. That's one thing that I really do like about Stoutland. He's got a pretty big attack stat, and he's deceptively quick. I'm a little surprised that he let Stoutland go to sleep here. The first match that we did, he switched in Tangrowth. I kind of thought that Tangrowth would be okay to let it sleep. Because it's got the Regenerator, it's going to do alright. So now it's a little bit of an interesting decision what I want to go for. I mean, I've got a couple options, but not a whole lot of great ones. But what I'm going to go for here is because it's asleep, I'm going to go ahead and go into Doublade. And we're going to see what we're going to be able to do here. Doublade has a pretty decent attack stat. He's super slow. He's got 0 speed IVs. So, I mean, he just is going to be slow. Stoutland, again, being deceptively fast. Gyro Ball. Really good call there as far as a move. And whoever sent me the Doublade with 0 speed IVs. I thought that was cool. Thank you, WonderTrade. And you can see that his defense is just insane. That's a Life Orb Stoutland in there, and just not taking a whole lot of shots. I really like it. I mean, it's just absolutely excited about having this Doublade. So I went for Eviolite because it raises his defense and his special defense. Now, if I go for Aegislash is going to have 150 base special defense and 150 base defense in defensive mode. Oh, no. Oh, Kecleon. Shoot. Alright, so with Kecleon, I can't go for Shadow Sneak, which is basically my next go-to move. He's got Thief, so he's going to be able to steal my Eviolite. Well, no, because he's got lefties on him. So really, I just have to switch out here. I want to keep Doublade alive, because he does have Shadow Sneak, so he can kind of revenge kill whatever I want. The problem is that I can't use it on Kecleon while he's still normal. Alright, Protean Thief going in here. But he's already got an item, so we don't have to worry about that as much. Zoroark's not going to be able to help out too much, but... what is his hidden power? Oh, I remember. Alright. So I do have hidden power on Zoroark, and its hidden power is Psychic. It's a little interesting, but I got Zoroark as super stupid fast, super stupid special attack. So I went for what I had, and it is what it is. But it looks like that Shadow Sneak not doing quite as much damage as he really wanted to. Kecleon actually showing himself to be a decent Pokemon. And I'm hoping that I can survive at least one more shot. Maybe I can outspeed him. I'm not 100% certain, but I have confused him. Gotten that swagger on, so I've raised his attack 2 stages. I've got foul play as well. So anything that's got stupid high attack is going to be doing a lot of damage to itself-ish because of foul play and the way that it works. And I did say that it was a psychic hidden power, so it should be super effective. I don't think it's going to be enough to OHKO just because it's 60 base, and Dragalge has stupid amounts of special defense. Stupid amounts. It's unfortunate. Zoroark really not as helpful as I wanted him to be, but it was a good test of what Zoroark's going to be able to be capable of later. Knowing things about Dragalge, Dragalge is really slow. He's got paltry HP, but he makes up for it in the other defensive stats, and he's got a decent special attack. So keeping those things in mind, I've got Dragonite coming out. Dragonite's got Dragon Rush, which is it's low accuracy, but when it hits, it hurts, and it's got a chance to flinch. On top of that, it's not Outrage. Outrage does a lot of damage, but if you've got a fairy in your team, my Outrage isn't going to do that much. It's just going to be switch into something, and then I'm screwed. Alright, Klefki's going to try and set up something here. I don't even know what else he's going to have on him. But I know, or not Klefki, Meowstic. I read not keys and I was assuming it's basically Klefki, but it is what it is. Alright, we're going to chance it. What do we get? Flame Orb. Oh. That's not what I wanted. I didn't want Flame Orb. That's no fun. That's no fun at all. Oh, that Ninetales switch seems like a great choice right now. I was thinking about switching into Ninetales because just with, I don't know, there's no way to predict that you're going to get switched on a Flame Orb. Not really. And apparently 2 misses on Dragon Rush. We're not going to do that much. Oh, that sucks so much. I'm a little disappointed in that. Dragonite's burned. He's not going to be a whole lot of use to us anymore. Dragonite. I'm sorry, buddy. Having that Prankster trick actually pretty cool. Really like that. Flame Orb, I'm a little disappointed. That Ninetales switch would have been a really cool prediction, but that's not really one that you would safely make or even reasonably make. It would have been better. Ninetales wouldn't have gotten burned because it's a Fire-type Pokemon. So the trick would have given me the Flame Orb, and it just... disappointing. Now, Meowstic does have the Assault Vest now, so it can't use any status moves, so that's kind of cool. It has to use all physical or all damaging moves now. But, I don't know. He still has that Hippowdon. I don't know. The Hippowdon just... Hippowdon's probably the next thing that's going to come out. Oh no, it's going to be Kecleon. Alright, Kecleon, what do you want? This team is really interesting because it seems to focus a lot on stealing whatever items you've got. And I think that's kind of cool. It's a neat idea. Kecleon showing himself to be pretty cool, too. Fake Out's going to stall us a little bit. It does a little bit of damage, stalls you one turn. You don't get to see what your opponent was going to go for, but now that he's stolen my leftovers, it is what it is. Alright, so with the sun out, I'm going to go for Flamethrower. Ninetales is pretty quick, but it looks like it's not going to be quick enough. Or strong enough, rather. But now he's the electric type. I don't think there's a way that we can deal with that. Early on, stealing our items, I think that's just done too much damage. I don't think there's a way to recoil this. We're not too far behind in Pokemon, but I just don't see a way to pull this back. Unfortunately. Switching out into Gyarados is kind of a last-minute attempt to try and do something. I didn't want to switch in, knowing that Shadow Sneak, knowing that Thief were available. I didn't want to put Double Aid back in against Kecleon. It just didn't seem like a good life choice. So we're going to try and do something with Gyarados. I mean, we can throw up the DD. We're going to get paralyzed for it, but you know what? If we can do some sort of damage with DD, Mega Gyarados is a lot more bulky than regular Gyarados, so we should be okay. He's even got some special defensive bulk as long as you're not getting hit by an electric attack. Special defensive bulk on Gyarados is actually pretty good. But, you know what? I don't think there's a whole lot that Kecleon can really do here. So we might just kind of go for it, see if we can do something. I don't really want to go crazy max everything. Oh, I got something on the screen. Oh no, paralyzed, no! Paralysis sucks. Alright, we might as well go for... Tangrowth is gonna suck. Can't knock off the Mega. I'm gonna go for the DD one more time. I want to raise that attack. I feel like if we should be able to survive this Tangrowth a little bit, I don't know. I just don't think that the moves that we've got are going to be that great. Giga Drain. Nope. Nope. Special defensive bulk helped a little bit, but not enough. EQ is not going to make contact, but it's just not going to be enough at all. Disappointing. We tried, but that's GG. Oh, Infestation. And avoided the... Oh, come on. The Dragon Rush misses. The Ice Fang misses. Oh, man. Double Aid's coming in here to try and do something. Just try and take something out. But he's got Rock Slide, Night Slash, Shadow Sneak, and Gyro Ball. He's going to be slower than Tangrowth, so we got to go for Shadow Sneak, try and get some sort of damage in. It's not going to do anything. We're going to die to the Rocky Helmet. But it's all we got. That's it. That's all we got. Because if you try and send in Ninetales, Ninetales is going to maybe threaten him out a little, but... Now... Because I've got the Heat Rock on, I know I've got 8 turns of Sunlight that I can try and do something with. And I think Hippowdon's still alive. But it won't matter, Ninetales is dead. Flamethrower might be able to take out Tangrowth, but... At the end of the day... Paralyzed... Fast Pokemon, not good. Not good. Not so great. We tried, though. So now we're going to get Fake Out. Straight to the face. That's going to be fun. Fake Out's really nice on something like a Sun or Rain team. Anybody that has to do things in a certain small time frame, Fake Out is awesome because it stalls people out. Especially if you've got a Toxic Staller. I mean, Fake Out helps out with Toxic Stalling. So, great game. Interesting decision-making on my part, but we'll get there. It is a new team. It is a WonderTraded team, so they're a little tough to use. I'm just making excuses. KingWilly battled great. And that, I like that Protean Kecleon.